Sound Imaging would like to introduce its Mri Comfort Suite and its Mri Safety Suite of Mri products. As many people familiar with Mri suites know, the Mri room is one of the most dangerous rooms in a facility. And as most MRI operators know, an MRI can be a stressful, uncomfortable experience for operators and patients. The stress issue can result in delayed or canceled exams. And the safety issue can have liable and harmful consequences. Sound Imaging has developed MRI products to make the Mri suite more comfortable and safer, helping to address these concerns. So to display and discuss our 8 MRI products, we have developed this interactive sky view of an MRI suite. And we would like to walk you through the patient's MRI experience using our products. We will briefly hit on some key product highlights. And know these products have many more features, and the best way to review all the features is by visiting the links at the top of the interactive image. Starting in the upper left corner, you can see an MRI patient entering the MRI facility admitting desk. If the facility has our PMT safety package, it is at this point that the patient's data is sent to the PMT's user interface at the MRI technologist's control desk. Thus, the patient's comfort and safety coverage has begun even before the patient enters the MRI suite. The patient then enters MRI zones 1 through 4. They are optionally monitored with either our MRI bore cam or PMT product during their passage, providing a live patient image to the appropriate MRI facility staff. Next, the patient travels through our Metrosense ferrous detector, FerroGuard, to check if the patient has ferrous metal on their person. Once the patient successfully passes through that monitor, the MRI technologist touches the PMT Start Recording button, and an MRI room and bore video recording will begin. If the patient then has a medical emergency and falls to the floor in the MRI room, the MRI technologist will need to stay with the patient and possibly give CPR. To allow this to happen, we have designed the Mri Room Alert. The Mri Room Alert is a voice or panic button activated two-way call system that will call predetermined phone numbers, send emails and text messages, and audible alerts for help. Additionally, the Mri Room Alert will help anyone in the MRI room who needs help, including but not limited to service personnel stuck to the magnet or trapped during a magnet helium explosion, also known as a quench. Once the patient reaches the MRI table to begin the exam, they will have a choice of 3 Mri Comfort products. The first is the Mri Stereo from Restereo.com, a sound imaging entity that allows patients to listen to music in the MRI. The second is an Mri Visor from MriVisor.com, also a sound imaging entity, for patients to watch movies while in the MRI. Finally, the Mri ComfortCom lets the patient communicate directly with loved ones, family members, or doctors monitoring sedated patients while in the MRI. Once the patient is inside the MRI bore, Sound Imaging's PMT will monitor the patient's musculoskeletal movement. If there is movement, the PMT will send alerts to the MRI technologists. Optionally send signals to the MRI patient and optionally pause the MRI scanner. These features enhance the chances for better image quality, faster scan times, increased overall patient comfort, and reduced delays. Once the patient leaves the MRI room, the MRI technologists stop the recording on the PMT. The recording is stored as a searchable file for any future needs. The patient leaves the MRI room and MRI suite, and the patient safely and comfortably is done with their MRI procedure. Additionally, Sound Imaging products protect the MRI while there is no one in the MRI room. For example, our PMT has a nights and weekends mode that will send emails and text alerts, make audible warning alerts to people entering the MRI room when the method is on, and start recording video. Also, our magnet watch will watch the MRI magnet 24/7 and send email alerts if there are any MRI magnet issues, thus giving a heads up before something tragic happens to the MRI magnet. Thanks for watching our video describing our MRI Comfort and Safety Suite of products. Please know that Sound Imaging, MRI products have you and your patient covered 360 degrees.